So I want to clarify something for a lot of people out there that think we're demonizing narcissistic personality, or we're putting them in a box, we're saying them awful, we're saying a bunch of mean things about it. And let's just read the DSM-5, because a lot of people don't actually know what the DSM-5 says, or they, I guess they just don't want to believe it, or they don't want to acknowledge what's actually there. So let's look at it real quick. So just, we're looking at the DSM-5, the Narcissistic Personality Disorder, and I'm just going to read through them real quick. You can follow along screen so we understand all together what the DSM-5 9 characteristics are about narcissism. So number 1 has grandiose sense of self-importance, exaggerates achievements and talents, expects to be recognized as superior without commensurate achievements. Number 2 is preoccupied with fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, or ideal love. Number 3 believes that he or she is special and unique and can only be understood by or should associate with other special or high-status people or institutions. Number 4 requires excessive admiration. Number 5 has a sense of entitlement. Example, unreasonable expectations of especially favorable treatment or automatic compliance with his or her expectations. Number 6 is interpersonally exploitative, so takes advantage of others to achieve his or her own ends. Number 7 lacks empathy, is unwilling to recognize or identify with the feelings and needs of others. Number 8 is envious of others or believes that others are envious of him or her. Number 9 shows arrogant, haughty behaviors or attitudes. So going back to this person's comment, the thing that I mentioned to them earlier was the idea of ego, entitlement, manipulation, envious, which are all in the stuff that I just read off. And they said, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. That's fine, that's great. But now everybody out there knows what we're talking about. When we talk about NPD and we talk about those 9 traits of, hey, this person seems like they're very narcissistic in nature because of how they're acting. That's why narcissistic abuse is real. And that's why people that suffer from narcissistic abuse actually go through a lot of this stuff that's in the DSM-5 that tells people how they're going to be acting, how they're going to be reacting, and they follow the same pattern on a consistent day-to-day basis. And the thing is, everybody wants to paint them either as the victim or paint them as a person that can't change. Narcissists can change, but they have to be willing to acknowledge who they are, what they're going through, their actions, their behaviors, and not just be self-aware, but actually be willing to work on themselves, to have proper self-love, to engage on that by going to therapy consistently, not just randomly, not just for a period of time, and actually make that change so they better other people's lives instead of abusing them.